Former President John Dramani Mahama has thrown his support behind organized labor's call on the government to stop the value-added tax imposed on electricity consumption. The group gave government 7 days to fully erase its planned imposition of 15% VAT on electricity consumption or face a nationwide shutdown from organized labor. In its directive to the Electricity Company of Ghana, the Ghana Revenue Authority and other government agencies, Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta instructed that all power consumers above lifeline level must pay the new levy, which forms part of government's COVID recovery program. But even before the policy is rolled out, there's fierce resistance from all quarters. We'll hear from the former President Mahama shortly, but first listen to Trades Union Congress that is up in arms against the government, saying TUC members will not pay VAT on electricity consumption.
Union leaders preparing to give a showdown to government. The Trades Union Congress, the umbrella body for all labor associations in Ghana, say they are unhappy about government's latest decision to impose a 15% value-added tax on energy consumers above lifeline levels. The Trades Union Congress says many of their members who are already overburdened with taxes will be slapped with additional charges after the imposition of this new levy. Dr. Anthony Yauban is Secretary General of the Trades Union Congress.
It is worth noting that 30 kilowatts hour of electricity allows the lifeline customers to use only 3 LED bulbs, one electric iron, 1 television, and 1 fan. And I want to emphasize that this 30 kilowatts hour thing, lifeline, it was 50 since the early 90s. Then in 2022, PURC changed it from 50 to 30. They did it quietly. We note that since 2022, electricity tariffs have gone up by 73%. So in 2021, if you were paying 100 Ghana cedis, now that same customer is paying 173 Ghana cedis.
But there's a caution to government, a threat of labor unrest if government fails to totally reverse the policy.
So today, organized labor, we have come together again, and our message to government is very simple. We cannot pay VAT on electricity, period. We will not pay it today, we will not pay it tomorrow. So we are giving government up to 31st January 2024 to withdraw the letter. If by that time the Minister for Finance has not given the directive to ECG and NEDCO to stop the implementation of VAT on residential customers, we will advise ourselves. Solidarity
Organized labor is up in arms against government, asking it to reverse the controversial 15% imposed on power consumers above lifeline level. A crunch meeting has just concluded here at the TUC Hall in Accra with a strong message to government to reverse the policy by the end of January or face thereof of the organized labor.
We are not ready to pay this VAT. It is not about reduction. It is not about negotiating it down. It is just wrong. And government should withdraw it wholly. That's all.
And that is why we have come together as organized labor, and we are calling on government to just remove that decision. If we don't get it, we'll continue to communicate on our platforms, and the next actions that we need to take, we will take them.
We are going all out, and I have indicated before in previous interviews during the DDEP that we are ready to grant this country and start afresh. We are ready to do that. We have sacrificed enough. We have sacrificed enough.
Leather Sugan reporting for JoyNews, TUC Hall, Accra.
Meanwhile, the 2024 flag bearer of the NDC and former President John Mahama is expressing concern that the implementation of the VAT on electricity consumption would further burden Ghanaians who are already suffering from economic hardship. Excerpts of a statement released shortly this morning reads, former President Mahama has thrown his support behind organized labor's call on government to stop the VAT imposed on electricity. Mahama emphasized that the move would increase tariffs by nearly 21% and have a ripple effect on the prices of goods, services, and transport fares. He's urging government to reverse its decision and provide relief to Ghanaians. He's criticizing the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government, stating Ghanaians will continue to suffer as long as they remain in office. And he's highlighting the need for responsible utilization of recently released $600 million by the IMF and urged outgoing government to exercise caution. The flag bearer is promising the NDC is eager and ready to address Ghana's economic challenges and provide substantial relief to Ghanaians upon assuming office in January 2025. He's also mentioned his vision to create well-paying jobs through a 24-hour economy policy and other initiatives. He's scheduled to begin a 3-day Build Ghana tour of the Ashanti region on Wednesday, which is today, to interact and listen to concerns of people in the region. We'll be bringing you more on that, the tour of Ashanti region for you. And meanwhile, the Electricity Company of Ghana says it is yet to commence the implementation of the VAT on electricity consumption. The company says it will need further clarification from the GRA on how to proceed with this implementation of the levy. Leila Abubakar is External Communications Manager for ECG.
The value-added tax announcement that came into effect in January has appalled a lot of our customers. The truth of the matter is that we haven't started implementing it, even though that letter says that it should have been activated in January. The reason being, we still have to understand how to implement this tax. So we are having active conversations with the Ministry of Finance, with the Ghana Revenue Authority, and with other stakeholders who have also brought their concerns forward. So for now, there's no value-added tax, as announced, included in residential tariff or residential customers buying electricity. For now, it's still the old status quo. When you buy, there's no VAT added to residential customers buying bills.
So are you equally engaging stakeholders to perhaps resolve some of inter-stakeholder challenges that may be affecting power supply across the country?
We've maintained an active engagement with our stakeholders, who mostly comprise of the power generators, to have them on the same page with us in terms of payments. I think since last year, our revenue generation has increased, and we found a way of ring-fencing or having an agreement with the IPPs to hold on to the legacy debts that we owe them. But we are very up to date with the current bills that come to our desk. We try as much as possible to pay off those debts so that they can also function as businesses. And for any other issues that might be within, yes, usually we have engagements with all the stakeholders that are in.
Then your final comment on the VAT.